day 2 of our Sumi-E painting exercise, our black ink painting exercise. And this is a wonderful Zen activity where we incorporate the breath and we incorporate a meditative, calming brush stroke to make a really beautiful and calming art piece. So I'm going to show you and remind you of some warm-up strokes from yesterday, and then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple final compositions. And I hope you'll join me. All right, I'm gonna just open this up and I'm gonna open my brush up. I'm gonna use one of these 3 pieces of paper to warm up today. And I'm gonna set the other 2 and the large paper aside because they're gonna be final copy papers for me today. I also have a test strip from yesterday that's been dried, and I can use the same side again to work on some of my skills. And I'm gonna actually use that first. So I'm gonna practice my upstrokes, my downstrokes. I want to try to get as tiny, it's a little bit bent, there we go, skinny and tiny as possible. I'll practice my leaf shapes. I can go right over top of what I have yesterday because it's just a matter of me practicing the flick of my wrist. There we go. After you play around a little bit and warm up, then we're gonna work on those compositions. And I'm gonna just do a practice composition on here. Get my ink and I might even make one come up this way. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna put a branch here. I'm gonna put a branch here, and then I want one to cross over. So in my mind, this branch is in front of this branch. There we go. So 3. 3 is a really great number to work with. Okay, and you might feel like you have to get your bearings a little bit today. You also might feel like you're more comfortable today than yesterday. It's great that this one's a little darker since I want it to stand out a little bit more compared to the piece behind it. There we go. That's a good practice composition. And I can do one on the same size and do it all over again. We also have the really large paper that we can work with. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one. Add my really fine squiggle line in between, and this is where I do rest my pinky. Breathing while you do this is so important, incredibly important. When I look at this composition, again, if I think about this in terms of threes, I'll probably put a branch up here. I'll probably put a branch crossing over from this one out this way there, and maybe one in the middle here. Fine branch there, probably put one here, and then that way. Okay, and those would be my three. Just that motion of squish down, pull away. Squish down, pull away. And sometimes I have a twist away. Gives them more life. Okay, I'm just gonna get my brush ready again. Get it nice and saturated, and then I scrape off a little bit of the extra. Squish down, pull away. Don't forget to breathe. Just as important as having good art practices is knowing how to clean your supplies so that you can keep using them. Okay, we're going to clean up our supplies, and I want to keep this. This is really good stuff. And I have one of these. These are like often used for salad dressing at restaurants, and sometimes I keep them because they're really handy for little art containers and it doesn't leak very easily. So I'm just going to keep my extra watercolor ink in this container. I will rinse out this brush in fresh water. All right, and to clean the brush out, I simply cleaned out this cup and got clean water. I'm just going to use the clean water to do a really nice rinse on this brush. Never ever letting it smash to the bottom, just giving it like a nice movement of water to get the paint out, the ink from all of the bristles. As I pull it out, I'm going to spin, really barely touching it, to reform the bristles of the brush. If you're like me and you want it to stay in good shape and not get ruined, I'm really careful of only putting this on a wet formed brush, and then that allows it to still dry because there is a hole here. So you can go ahead and dump this and clean this out. As we sign off today for this Zen Art class on Sumi-E painting, I just want to remind you of a couple of things, and that is that I really want you to breathe through each part that you do. Take a nice deep breath in and out before you start your bamboo. Take a nice deep breath in and out before you do the squiggle line between the pieces. And take a nice slow deep breath when you put the stems on, and then again for the leaves.